Okay.
Okay, so we live. This is a podcast. Hello, my name is Trisha. Um, and this is my friend Mahea.
Hello.
And so I wanted to start this podcast this week. Um, as I wrote in the description, it's going to be basically about like casual conversations. We'll probably be talking about various topics. So I hope you guys, whoever's listening, can tune in, possibly inspiring conversations as we talk. Hopefully, um, inspiring conversations, but we'll see. We're trying to keep it natural so that, um, yeah, just let things flow as they flow. Then it becomes more real, I guess. Like I'm trying not to be fake.
Yes.
And then this podcast is also going to be like existing kind of in conjunction with a YouTube channel that I'm creating. It'll be I'm still working out the details of the YouTube channel, but it'll basically be around the theme of develop with me, where this podcast and this YouTube channel will be focused around the theme of kind of making ourselves and developing ourselves and creating ourselves in various ways. And so on the YouTube channel, I'll be posting this video up as a podcast, like a podcast video, and it'll also be uploaded on podcast apps. So you can check those out there. And then as a YouTube channel, I'll also be posting a separate video on another day of the week where I'll be doing like various things in developing myself, such as like starting new hobbies, trying my hand in different things such as art, cooking, painting, home renovation, home decor kind of stuff. So it'll be fun. How do you feel about this podcast, Mahea?
Oh, I think it's really different. Honestly, I've never been a part of a podcast, but I've always been like the listener or the viewer. So I think it's cool to actually be a part of one.
Yeah. Like I think in making this podcast, I think it can also like on the podcast, as we're having these conversations, we're also kind of growing through conversations. I really believe in the power of stories and sharing stories, because we can really realize different things through sharing stories, and we can also connect with each other through stories. And so this is the place to do that. And we're kind of developing ourselves also through spiritual talks. We'll be talking about like developing ourselves, making ourselves, mentality, thoughts, things like that. And we'll also be bringing in religion and the Bible, God, into our conversations, just because that's part of like Nimahea's like everyday life. It's ingrained in us almost. So it's going to be naturally coming up in conversations. So if that's something that you're willing to listen to, then continue to listen. If not, it's okay. If it's not your thing, it's okay. We don't want to force anyone to listen to any religious talk, because I know it's like a weird topic. Yeah, so that's what this is going to be about. The podcast and YouTube channel will run kind of in connection with each other, but also as separate entities. So to each your own. Whoever wants to listen to what or watch what, then that's your choice. But yeah, I'm excited. I've always had this idea about doing a podcast, and like Mahaya said, I've never been a part of one, but I've always liked the idea of like talking and like.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You want it? Yeah, anything?
Oh no, that's just looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like for at least me, like I've never been the type to talk a lot. And so I feel like this can also help me to work on that, to share my opinions more, because I tend to not share my opinions. So I think this is also a good way for me to also like build myself in that area. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree because like I feel the same like during this time of quarantine. Like we don't really get to interact with a lot of people, you know, since we
Mm.
can't go in or outside as much. So sometimes I feel like I catch myself like forgetting like social skills just because
Yeah.
I'm always in the house. But yeah, I think through this podcast too, it could help in that way, like how you're saying, with just being able to express our opinions and thoughts more freely. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I feel you on the whole social connecting because I'm like the only time I go outside right now is like um through work,
Yeah.
and like I'm only talking to like my coworkers and like my family, and so it's nice to talk. Like,
Yeah, even if it's online or through a computer screen.
yeah, it's like to have friends again. Um, so if yeah, if people are listening in, I hope you stay tuned, and um I'm gonna try and do these. We're gonna try and do these podcasts. Post them on Tuesdays, and then my other videos for the YouTube channel will be on Fridays. I want to say. Um, but yeah, I think this first one was just kind of an introduction to really explain everything, and I'd say stay tuned for the future. I'm excited. You excited?
Yes, very. I look forward to see what comes out of this podcast and your YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Thanks. Um, yeah, so stay tuned to next week, and we'll catch you later. Yes.